93 laps to go. Back here at Bristol, we are under caution once again, as for the 7th time, Brad Keselowski is our race leader. Tell you, Jason Keller in the 35 will get the lucky dog. That'll bring 26 cars back on to the lead lap. It's not the first time Brad Keselowski's been out in front here at Bristol. Remember, way back in August of 2008, started all the way back in the 37th spot, courtesy of Clint Boyer getting a little loose there. He scooted on past and came around to take the checkered flag in the night race and drive on up to victory lane here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And you want to talk about comebacks. Remember we said he started 37th? It's not the only one, but it is one of the best as far as coming all the way back. Take a look at this. 38th for Kevin Harvick back in April of 2005 was the deepest anybody has come, but you can see Bobby Labonte, Steve Grissom, and Casey Kane's win in 2007 as well. Let's get more on Brad. Doc, what you have?
Marty, you mentioned he came all the way from 37th to win that race, and what he is most proud of when he goes back and watches that tape is the fact that when he got to victory lane, there was not a single scratch on that race car. That's hard to believe coming from the back of the field of Bristol, and that's what he did this week. He said, I went back when I got here on Thursday and watched the tape of that race to remind me I've got to be very, very patient here at Bristol.
Well, and his day started, if you missed a countdown, with a meeting mandatory by Nascar with his car owner and along with Carl Edwards and his car owner, and they hashed out all the differences. And from that point on, it's been a little bit eventful out on the racetrack as well, but it's always that way here at Bristol, as he's going to choose the outside lane with Leffler inside of him, then Biffle, Menard, Allgaier, Townley. That's your top 6. Boy, and he has been good on these last 2 restarts.
Yeah, it looks like they've got the tire pressures where he wants them, and certainly got him out in front of the rest of the guys that pitted that last time, and that's been a big advantage for him.
Yeah, we heard Doc say when they made their last pit stop, they actually went up on the right side tire pressures, and I think that's one thing that's helping him get going right on these starts. He really struggled at the beginning of the race getting going on cold tires.
Yeah, we showed you that on the recap. I mean, he had the car even bottoming out, he was reporting on the radio. On board with Justin Allgaier, that's Paul Menard. That is for position on the racetrack. Menard's 4th, Allgaier wants it. They're still going to be side by side heading down into 3. Here comes Kyle Busch. Look out. He backs off a little bit, gives him some space, and Menard on the high side still going around. John West Townley, this is another good run for him, Jamie.
Well, it certainly is, Marty. What a weekend it's been for this team. First practice out, he had a spin, hit the wall, went to a backup car. Second practice, the backup car caught on fire. They had a lot of electrical damage. They brought a 3rd car, but they were able to fix this car up. He's out here. He started 14, guys. He's been running top 10 now for quite a few laps. Way to go, John West Townley, the rookie this year.
And right behind him is the 33 of Kevin Harvick, and 2 cars away is Carl Edwards. And again, they had a few words for each other throughout the course of the weekend. But so far, everybody has been giving everybody the needed space, so to speak. So far.
It's 84 laps to go.
Yeah. We haven't gotten down to crunch time yet, literally. I can tell you that Derek Cope has come in. Oh, and on pit road, there was a crash between the 34 Tony Raines coming out, Derek Cope going in. No serious damage to either car, though, folks. So we'll keep the action right out on the racetrack for you, because there is now the gap. Brad Keselowski by 0.7 of a second over Greg Biffle, and he's back to 3rd. Then 4th is Justin Allgaier, almost another second back. And I want to ask you guys, all of a sudden now we're seeing a couple of cars trying to pull away, and we're seeing the biggest gaps of the day. Why?
Well, you got some cars on different strategies. You got the 22 car now. He's made some adjustments to his car. No, he's got a fast car. He's set on the pole, and now he's out front. But running 2nd, you see Jason Leffler, and he's got older tires, but he's holding in there pretty well running 2nd.
Yeah, and I think it's a product that Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards, who I think have the 2 next best cars here, got caught back in traffic on those restarts, and so that's giving Brad Keselowski a chance to get out front and get going.
Kyle Busch, Justin Allgaier, that is, for the 4th position on the racetrack. You know, you mentioned as we continue to watch that battle, Jason Leffler, as he has got the older tires of everybody in the top 6 positions. Well, Leffler has top 10 finishes in 4 of his last 5 Bristol races. As this battle continues, we're going to step aside with 78 laps to go. Brad Keselowski still out in front. That gives you an idea just how far he is in front of this field. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Welcome back to the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Bristol. Make sure you go to NASCAR.com for all your latest NASCAR information. We are under our 10th caution because of an incident involving Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the Roush Fenway Racing number 6. There is what the car looks like, and this doesn't look too good. Looks like they're going to be pushing it behind the wall. Take you back and show you what happened.
Once again, we see coming out of turn 4 here, 2 cars getting together. That inside car trying to stay off. You turn the wheel a little bit more, and that creates the spin. So he gets into the wall and probably busted the radiator there.
It's the exact same thing we saw with Coleman Presley and Mike Bliss off that corner. And it narrows up.
It's been a tough season for Stenhouse so far. This could be his 3rd DNF. His best finish so far was 30th 3 weeks ago at Las Vegas. That's not the kind you want to write home about. Jamie, what's the latest on the 6?
Well, Ricky Stenhouse, you guys were right. The radiator is the problem. He's leaking water. They're pushing him back. They're going to try to fix it and get him back out there because it's all about experience for this young rookie. He actually told me he's been really worried about his ride this year. And Jack Roush, his boss, called him into the office on Tuesday. Ricky was shaken, and he said, Jack said, if I didn't believe in you and believe you could do this, I wouldn't keep you in the car. So keep doing what you're doing and learn out there.
Thanks for the update, Jamie. One car that's having a great day. There's Justin Allgaier in 2nd place. Vince, what's the latest there?
Well, you know, we're under yellow now, but just before that previous yellow, Kyle Busch had been pressuring Justin Allgaier in his back bumper. Here's the conversation between Allgaier, crew chief Chad Walter, and then right at the end, Roger Penske.
You're doing all right, man. If you got to let him go, let it happen in a hurry. Get back in line.
Good steady work there, Justin. Just good steady. If he's got more than you have, don't listen forever running for the points. Just use your head, bud.
4. Thank you, Roger.
Of course, it's been another good run for Allgaier, who started 30th today. Chad Walter, the crew chief, says there's been a big progression in Justin since last year, saying last year he was fast because he didn't really know any better here. This year, he knows the track, has a handle on it, and he also understands the car better. It's making a big difference in the progression of Justin Allgaier. And I'll tell you what, Allgaier and Chad Walter, they were very confident before this race today, even starting 30th, and it's playing out.
Well, his best finish in his career is 4th earlier this year. There's Roger up on top with Parker Kligerman to the right of our screen. Penske's only NASCAR 1-2 finish, the 2008 Daytona 500. Ryan Newman first, Kurt Busch second. As the pace car is ready to pull down, let's reset it for you. Brad Keselowski, Justin Allgaier on the front row. Then Kyle Busch, Jason Leffler. Row 3, Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, Logano, Harvick, Byers, and Bliss. That's your top 10. And here we go for the final 44 laps.
I was wanting to see how Allgaier handled this situation starting out on the inside. He spun the tires, but got a nice run through turns 1 and 2.
Let me tell you, the 28 got the lucky dog again. There must be a record for Kenny Wallace getting 4 of them. Allgaier went high there, but Kyle was not able to take advantage. Here comes Carl trying to go underneath on the low side, and he may get it done on Greg Biffle.
And he may not. Yeah, he may not. Well, he's going to try to use this 10 car as a pick there with Jason Leffler.
That 10 car is pretty good, though. Even though he doesn't have as fresh of tires, he's running good. Yeah. See Biffle now trying to get up on the outside of him, and not going to get it. Gets into it.
That helped Carl Edwards a lot there because Leffler had to get out of the throttle after getting a little tap.
Leffler's tires are 45 laps older than everybody else around him. He last pitted on lap 147, and we've only got 41 laps to go.
See Carl try to jump in the gas, see if he could clear him there. Still not able to make that pass.
Yeah, he got a good run off turn 2, though. He's going to get past, and he'll make this pass now and get clear off 4.
Comes Harvick to the inside.
I was just going to say, watch out for Kevin Harvick. He is trying to close also, and Logano's stuck behind Greg Biffle.
So if anybody make the bottom work, Kevin Harvick can.
And I've been watching for the last 100 or probably 75 laps that the 22 car's been out front. He's been on the bottom of the racetrack, and that's something that we didn't see earlier in the race, especially as Casey Kane was using that middle to high line to make it work as he led a good portion.
This 4-car gaggle is for position, and Harvick trying to punch his way back into the top 5, and it looks like he may finally do it. And if he can stay in the top 5, we mentioned it, it would give him his 123rd top 5 finish with time with Tommy Houston, most all time in Nationwide Series history. And he is off to the races, as they so to say.